Hey, welcome everyone. My name is Ryan Stokes, and we're going to talk social media, building a following. If you do it and you think you're pretty good at it, great. I'll take all the pointers you got. If you've never done it and you're like, I would love to be able to do this, we're going to get you started. It was 9 years ago that we got started in network marketing, so I wouldn't say I'm a seasoned vet. But I would say I didn't have even a social media account when we started. Zero. Anti social media, anti Facebook, that's a lie. I had a MySpace account. If you're that old, that's how old I am. I was one of the very first MySpace account users. So I did have a MySpace account. I don't know if that's social media. I don't even remember what we used it for, but I was that guy, right? So I had that, and yeah. So whenever we got into network marketing, we had people that were like, "You've got to use social media," and I was like, "I really like belly to belly." I still really like belly to belly. I think it's great to sit there and talk. I think it's great for people to feel your excitement. I think it's great to hug people and shake their hands and just do life with them, right? So I'm still belly to belly, but I learned in that first year of network marketing how important social media was and the impact it does to learn to communicate, to connect. And what that connection does, even through the video screen, even through a platform, even through a picture, or even through typed out words, what the connection leads to is long-term lasting effects that change lives forever, right? And we all get into network marketing for different reasons. Sometimes it's just to make money. Sometimes it's because you really love helping people. Sometimes it's a little bit of both. And sometimes it's like, I'm looking for a community. I'm looking for that. And so we need to take social media and use it as a powerful tool of what it is. Okay. So I told you guys yesterday, I've said it before a couple days ago. I am starting from scratch again. I'm rebuilding my Facebook following. I still have those followers. It's still there, but when I put stuff out, it's not seen by as many people because I have not been active enough for Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and all of them to pump that stuff out. So, the very first thing I'm going to tell you right now that I learned consistency. If you're not writing it down, if you better remember it, right? Consistency is key. You consistently showing up on social media changes the game. So if you want to build something and you want to create a following and you want to connect with people, unfortunately, Facebook and YouTube and Instagram very much wants you to show up on their platforms over and over and over again. Here's what they don't tell you. They want you on their platforms and they never want you to leave. If your screen time was 12 to 14 hours of Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or those, and you were just consuming content like crazy, that makes them happy. Is that healthy? Not at all. But that's what they want. They want you on their platform. Now, as a content creator, as people that are just putting their life out there, they want you to put stuff out there that doesn't take them off of their platform, right? So let's start from scratch. I'm going to go back to what I had to do and what I'm currently doing now when I got started. Well, number one, I had to start a Facebook account. So I created that account, right? But then I had to go, okay, what is out there? So those of you that have been on there, I'm looking at mine again. Have I been a sharer? Listen, if you are sharing constant things, okay, I've always been told as a elementary school teacher, sharing is caring. It's not if you care about your account. So if you have a bunch of things that you've shared, maybe Tyler put something that you loved and you shared it. Maybe someone that you follow that is a great cook, baker, whatever, you shared. And maybe someone just puts out funny stuff all the time and you constantly share from their account. All you're doing is building the other person's account. You might get some likes, you might get some follows, but if you're not turning it into your own content and it's just a straight share, you're not helping yourself. Okay. So I would go back. I would make sure that anything that I've shared, it's something that I either firmly believe in, it's something that I want my people to know, right? I don't want a thumbs up and the Zoom thing on all the stuff. It's something that I care about deeply, and I'm willing to let my algorithm drop because it means so much to me or I'm going to go back and clean that stuff up. So the very first step is you need to get into your Facebook account. You need to get into your Instagram account. You need to get into your Twitter, your YouTube, any of that stuff. Anything that you've shared or anything that you've posted that really doesn't relate to you or that you really don't like, or maybe you just need to clean it up. So I'm gonna challenge you to take 10 minutes, 5, 10 minutes. We're not gonna do it now. You're gonna do it on your own time. Just kind of go through and look at what you have. I'm not saying you need a niche, all right? We'll talk about why I don't believe you need that anymore and why all the top content creators are saying the niche, the your niche, however you say that, um, is so important because that's the way it was when we got started. Hey, you need to find something and get in there. That's not as important anymore. So I'm not saying it needs to constantly flow, but if it's just something that's completely off the wall and it just doesn't fit what you're doing, don't let people go in and it detract, right? Because AI is going to go back into everything that you've posted. Now, Facebook, when you do videos, I think they're gone after a year now. I did not find it in concrete what it is. It's either 6 months or a year, but they're removing videos. So if you posted a video and they're old, those are going to start to disappear. All right. And if they haven't cleaned them up yet on your account, I've noticed in my memories, I've got a lot of blank screens. I still have the post, but the screen's blank. I believe that's because they've gone back and they've got rid of those lives and they've got rid of those videos that we posted, right? So if those are missing, I apologize. But I would challenge you to create a place that you keep those because you might want to reuse them, right? So if you put those out and you really liked it, maybe you put them on. YouTube isn't getting rid of that stuff. I've got stuff that's been there for a long time, but Facebook is. It's cleaning up. And since Facebook and Instagram are by the same people, any of those lives that got posted, which they don't really like, they like videos, but that's all about the picture that you put out. All that stuff's being deleted. If it's a video or if it was a live, they're taking some of that down. Okay. If it's constantly getting hits and it's being brought up and it's new, hey, it's all right. You're going to be fine. It doesn't matter how old it is. Okay. Um, Always looking at comments. I want to make sure we hit everything together. Um, yep. Very important to make sure that they're public. I agree 100%. Um, yep. So that is a great point. So we're going to clean it up. We're going to make sure that your profile is public. I'm going to go ahead and hit that now. So we want to make sure it's public. If you've got things that you're like, I'm going to ask you to share stuff to create connection with people. You're like, I really don't want people to see my kids. Or I really don't want people to have access to that. Or I've got people in my past that I can't have them seeing this. Okay, that's fine. You can make every post private or public, or friends only, public. It's a little bit more work. My account is solely public. I don't post a ton. I mean, I throw my kids out there a lot. But if you look at my account versus Kylie's account has tons of family stuff, tons of stuff out there. And we have some people in our past that can't see all of her stuff. So some of it, if you're not a friend of hers, you can't see. You'll be like, oh, it looks like she went dead for 2 or 3 days. Well, no, it's just you're not a friend, right? And you're not on that friends only list. So when you post, so you have that option. Just make sure you pay attention to what's going on, right? So we're gonna get in. We're gonna clean up our Facebook. We're gonna look and see what works and what doesn't work, and then we're going to make sure our profile is public. And if you don't want it public, then you're going to pick which ones are for friends or which ones are for public. Does all that make sense? I know I'm going fast. I kind of feel rushed, like I'm behind anyway. So I wanted you to have that. I'm gonna take a drink. If you need to write something down, or if you have a question, drop it in the comments. All right. Now, let's go back to what I did when I started. Okay. I post and I really only have a couple friends. Well, that's a problem. Your friends list needs to be maxed out. Now, we have the ability to create followers on Facebook now, but your friends are going to see your stuff way before your followers and way before the general public does. General public's going to see it very rarely unless it goes viral. Your followers will see it, but their feed's going to be full of different things that they follow, so they might not see it at all. Your friends has a better chance of seeing it. And I'll tell you how we get that stuff in front of people, but you need to go and make sure that your friends list is not a 5,000, not maxed, but within about three or 400 of that. All right. You all constantly want to be able to add and remove people. If you already maxed out, so me, I'm going through my friends list and looking at all the dead accounts. I know this is going to take some time for some of you, but I'm going through that list and looking at dead accounts. Okay. It doesn't have a profile picture anymore. It's gray or the account was deleted. I'm removing them. Okay. And then also if it's just people that, hey, I know I've been friends with you, we don't connect, or you've never commented on my stuff, I comment on your stuff and you never on mine, I'm moving on. I want to have people in my friends list that want to interact with me. All right. I tell people, some of the people that I'll talk to in Messenger, and we'll cover that here in a second. But I'll talk to them, I'll send them a message, and I'll get a little bit of interaction. And then we create a little bit of relationship. I'm like, hey, just made a post. If you want to earn this friendship that we have, you better go and comment on it, you know. And they're other network marketers, so they know. We kind of go back and forth. Okay, I'll help you out. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. And so I'll have those people that we interact with. And interaction in Messenger is huge. And commenting on people's stuff and all that stuff is huge. But I try to make sure that the people that I'm friends with are people that I would want to do business with someday. I look at my account as a business account. I am creating this to make money. I am creating this, yes, to create connections, but I want to build a massive business. I want to be able to be compensated through those relationships. And if the relationships grow and they become deeper, great. I love relationships, but I want my Facebook to be a place that I make money. I want my Instagram to be a place that I make money. And like I told you guys yesterday, I don't have Instagram. You're not going to see me on it right now, but I'm not saying because I don't doesn't mean it's bad. If you like it, run with it. Just for me, I'm choosing not to use Instagram right now. So cleaning it up, making sure that we're public, or at least the posts we need people to see are public. And we're going to make sure our friends list is pretty close to maxed out within about 300, right? That's something big. When you're looking for people, I'll just give you hints. These are the people we're looking for. We're looking for stay-at-home moms. There's a big builders were once just stay-at-home mom. I'm just looking for a way to make a little extra money, right? Anything to have. Hey, we would love to go on a vacation, but we're just barely here. I need to make a little bit more money. Or, hey, my husband took this or whatever, right? Pay cut, whatever. We're looking for stay-at-home moms. All right. We're looking for teachers, coaches, um, leaders of nonprofit groups, any of those people that do jobs that they're not paid very well for. Those people are looking for extra income. They might not say it, but I'm telling you, once you create relationships, people ask, well, what do you do? Hey, can I make a little money doing this too? Right? So we're looking for teacher, coach, non-for-profit leaders, maybe public service people like that. Guys and gals that are not paid with what they need to be paid, right? Because you know they're busting their tail and they're giving their whole heart. Those people are looking for it. We are looking for other network marketers. I'm going to be one of the few that tell you this. We're looking for other network marketers. So as I build this friends list and as I interact with people, dang right, I'm looking for other people that do what I do. You see people. I've been with Vitafy. We're coming up on, I think, 5 years. All right. I'm one of the ones that's been with a company towards the long, like you don't see people stay with companies 5, 6, 10, 15, 20 years. There are those, but I'm telling you, if you make it to that 4 year mark, well, actually, it's if you make it to the year, you've moved into a new class. And then if you make it to that 2.5 to 3 years, you've pushed out of that as well. So we're looking for other network marketers because people are always looking for new companies. They're always looking for a better product. They're always looking for something that they want to be a part of. So anything like that, we are looking for in our friends list other network marketers. Okay. And then the fourth one that we kind of dabble with is I'm looking for people that have influence. Leave it at that. Maybe they are a fitness instructor, or maybe they are just someone that just has a ton of influence. They talk about some of the craziest stuff in the world, but they have influence. I'm looking for people that, as I look through social media's accounts, that not have a ton of friends, but maybe have a lot of followers. But more importantly to me, I'm looking for people when they make a post, they have tons of people that interact. A couple hundred likes, lots of comments, lots of interaction. Does that make sense? Okay. I hope that makes sense. I know for some of you, you're like, I know all this. I'm wasting my time here. I apologize, but I'm trying to be as basic how I got started as I could, right? So we're stocking our pond. I use fishing, I use country, all this stuff. So I've got a pond, it's Facebook, or I got a pond, it's Instagram, or I got a pond, it's YouTube. And YouTube's going to be a harder build, okay? And just letting you know. But if you're consistent, you'll be fine. But I'm stocking my pond with people that want the same thing I'm looking for, but that are going to bite on the lure that I'm fishing with, right? I am casting out. I don't want to be casting out, right? I'm choosing to fish for largemouth bass, right? And I am throwing out little whatever, right? Little trout lures, little balls of whatever, and they just kind of float. They're looking for action. They're looking for different things. Or I'm trying to catch a bluegill, and I'm fishing with a large spinnerbait. They can't bite it, right? So we want to make sure that we're stocking our pond with people that would be interested in what we're doing. Okay, so I'm pretty picky on who I send a friend request. Now, let's talk about the friend request. You can do this however you want. I've seen people make money this way. As soon as they accept their friend request, you shoot them a message in Messenger. Hey, thanks for accepting my friend request. And you say your spiel. I would not sell there. I think it runs people off, but you want to you shoot them a message and go. Or you can be the way kind of I do it is when I get a friend request and it's accepted, I'm not a big fan of. As soon as someone message, so I accept a friend request, I get the message and it's like, hey, this is the business I'm in, and this is what I do, and this is where I'm going. And have you ever tried this or you ever tried that? Like I get that, and I'm just like, nope, I'm out, and I unfriend them. Like I just can't do it. So what I do is whenever I have someone that accepts a friend request, I go to their page and I find the last two posts that they make. I like them and I comment, like and comment. That's it. And then I make sure I pay attention to because now that I've liked and commented a couple things, their stuff will show up on my feed and I pay attention to their stories and I laugh at stuff or I cry at stuff, all those emojis that you get to put out. I really think there ought to be more emojis. There's some that I would really like to use and they're just not an option. But I use those and we run that route and I try to let them know, hey, thanks, whatever, but I'm not hitting them up with a business and I'm not running into their messenger box because that's the typical network marketer. And I don't like it. I think it's icky. So they've accepted, we're communicating. Now, let's talk about why I communicate. Facebook shows you people that you actually take the time to make a comment in. It's great if you want to give a thumbs up. Oh, not doing that. If you want to give a thumbs up, but that is the lowest weighted reaction that Facebook has on any post that's made. The blue thumbs up. That's what I'm giving below the camera because I don't need it, right? Because if I do this, now I'm going to have, yep, nope, not going to happen. But the thumbs up, lowest rated. It's weighted so low, it's almost like you didn't do anything. Give a heart, give a care, don't give an angry emoji. I don't want angry emojis. Facebook right now, angry emojis, stop showing your stuff. It backs it off a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to give the heart. I'm going to give the care. I might give the crying emoji. Maybe you move me to tears. The laughing emoji. Those are weighted higher than the thumbs up. But what's weighted even higher is a comment below that leads to a response from the creator. Does that make sense? So I'm going to make a comment that leads to a response back from the creator. What that does is it tells Facebook, hey, we interact together. Maybe they need to see some of my stuff. That makes sense? I've gone really fast. Any questions? Are we good? Okay. seem to be good. Okay. So those likes, loves, laughing on top of a comment that draws in a response. It's not even a question. Like sometimes I'll ask questions. Sometimes I'll give dude, I'm so happy for you. This is exciting. What's next or where are we going? Like comments that's going to lead to a conversation, right? Now, all of that is great. If you want them to see your stuff even faster, go into Messenger. So if someone makes a post and you've liked it and then you commented and it was something that actually means something to you. I don't want us to be fake. I'm not trying to get you guys to be fake and anything like that. But it moved you to some type of emotion because right, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to create posts and connections that lead people to some type of emotional response. I would go into Messenger and I'd send them a message, dude, or ma'am, or hey, Cheryl, or hey, whatever, right? Thank you so much for your post. It honestly meant a lot. I was really needing that. Or hey, man, I am so happy for you. And just send a short little message. If you get a conversation inside Messenger, now you'll see it inside Vitify Foundation and some of the other groups. If we've interacted a lot and I've at you or we've talked, I'll see your stuff pretty quick. Like it just shows up. It's very highly rated with Facebook. Having conversations in the background inside the messages at Instagram, very highly rated. YouTube, I don't think you have that ability. Twitter, you do. And every time I go into Twitter and I message people, and I'm going to challenge you if you've got an extra $4, pay the $4 to be verified. So you're open to messaging anybody if you're not on Twitter. It just depends on who you can message and who you can't. So I've been testing this on my daughter's social media account because she needs coaches that can get to her. And I'm pretty close to going ahead and paying that $4 on mine as well because we weren't able to contact or interact with coaches on Twitter. We paid for that verification. I think it was $4, or maybe it was seven, but it's somewhere in there. Instantly, she could message whoever she wanted. And so that was important. So I was talking about Twitter there for those that just all of a sudden ears perked up. So that was important. But on Facebook, you can message all your friends and a lot of public profiles. Now, if they're private and they saw your stuff randomly and they commented, you probably won't be able to go that route. But then you could shoot them a friend request and then let them know in the comments, hey, sent you a message or hey, check your friend request or anything like that. But anytime you can get conversations going, that's great. And here's the other thing. You want those comments quick on a post. So you make a post, if you get interaction quick, great. Doesn't kill it. It could be dead for a while and all of a sudden it goes boom, boom, boom. Great. But the quicker you get it, the faster it gets put out to more people. Here's the thing I'm bad at, and I've already made notes in mind that I have to be better at. People that comment on my stuff, I have to go back and follow up on a comment. It just puts my post out there for more people. So when someone makes a comment, I've got to go back, like that comment or heart it or love it. And then down below, hey, oh, I completely agree. Or you've got to be kidding me. Or no way, anything. Just get the conversation going. Make sense? I know some of you are going to go, I'm looking at your Facebook page right now and you're not doing that. I understand. I told you I took a year off. I disappeared, right? Right? I am rebuilding from scratch. So I'm going to say this. It's never too late to start. You can start over at any time. When I really get going and I really get to rocking, you realize I fire myself probably on a weekly basis and then I rehire myself about 30 minutes later. There's some days I just suck. I'm like, Ryan, you're fired today. And then I'll come back and be like, never mind, you're rehired, right? Because it just wasn't a great day. I didn't post however many times I needed to post, or I didn't throw anything in my stories, or hey, you had a post that could have went off and you didn't comment. Like it happens. You can restart anytime. The algorithm just wants you to be on their platform. That's what I said from the get-go. So you can restart anytime. Now, let's talk about how often we should post. And I know I'm jumping all over, but it just different things are hitting me. I would suggest you post 3 times a day, at the very least two, but I would pick three. And for each one of us, it's going to be different times. Your market, your people that are friends with you, the people that follow you, do things at different times. I kept making posts when I first got started, and the company we joined in had a lot of people from the West Coast. So I was friends with them, and I, for some reason, was just making friends and building my group out in the West Coast. Well, I was making a post at 7 a.m. before I went to work, and it was crickets all the time. And then one day, just randomly, I made a post like at 9. It's like 8:30 or 9. And all of a sudden, it just went crazy. And all these people that I was like, I'm friends with you, and you're just now seeing this. I've made much better posts. And guys, if you suck at a post, you do it live or something like that, and you suck, leave it. Don't delete it. Just leave it. Let people see that you're raw and real. Okay. But I made a post and I was like, these are way better. But you come in, well, come to find out, my community was just waking up. And I was posting while they were still asleep. And I was like, why is no one interacting? So pay attention to who follows you, where they're at, who's interacting with you, what time of day they are, and pay attention when you make a post. I had on my, I couldn't find it, but on my old ones, when I'm really getting, I have to have a paper, like I have to write everything down. I'm handwritten notes. I'm not type. I'm handwrite. I had to write down, hey, I made a post at 8, I made a post at noon, I made a post at 5. 8 was great, noon sucked, whatever. And I try to play with those for a little while. I'm consistent. And if I'm just getting no run, I either look at the content that I'm putting out or I look at the time. It's been about 50-50. Like time really does matter. So pay attention when you're putting it out. 2 to 3 times a day. All right. 2 to 3 times a day. And in your stories, don't count. So you need to make posts 2 to 3 times a day on your Facebook page if you really want to build a business, create connection, put content out there that Facebook wants to put out or whoever wants to put out. And on top of that, you're still going to have to use your stories. Now, Kylie does a Facebook 5 on our YouTube page. It's called the Facebook 5 on what to post. I told you a niche does not matter, a niche doesn't matter anymore, but we want to be consistent in our marketing or consistent in what we're doing. But the AI will grab anything it likes. AI goes a lot faster through stuff and can sift through a lot more, and it can put stuff out. So if maybe there was something you really liked on hey, this was one of the best restaurants I've ever ate at, and you normally don't post food stuff, and you post it and you hashtag it, right? Hey, so we ate at Smoke Fire and Grill in Tulsa, which was the best pork chop I've ever had. I posted it and I also hashtagged it, if I remember right. The hashtags will allow the AI to see it and then post it out on other smoke restaurant stuff. Even though that's not my niche, where I'm really focusing on that, AI now is grabbing stuff and throwing it out and creating its own reels and doing different things and going. So that will be seen. That being said, that is huge for YouTube also. So if you are doing anything and creating any type of content, there's going to be a lot of people that make a lot of money just off their YouTube account and maybe not even in network marketing, just because they're willing to put out content and it ended up being one of them was a valuable piece, right? So put it out there. Make sure you hashtag it with however you want. I don't hashtag many network marketing things. I don't put hashtag network marketing, hashtag MLM. I do hashtags that majority of people are looking for, right? And then you just got to kind of play with those hashtags and figure it out. I can't say this hashtag is perfect, use it all the time, whatever. They all change and they all get hot. So you just kind of got to pay attention. So you're doing that. You're making your posts, you're putting out your content, and then in your stories. So we're not selling, right? I told you, Facebook 5, we're not selling. You pick 5 things that you want to do. And I'm going to go more in detail on this next week. So I'm only going to barely hit it, right? But the Facebook 5, pick 5 things that you're passionate about and use those as content. Hey, Monday, I'm going to talk about my kids. Tuesday, I'm going to talk about sports. Wednesday, I'm going to talk about my faith. Thursday, I'm going to talk about, I love barbecuing. So that's my barbecue day. And Friday's that. Well, it's not necessarily that because I'm going to pick days that I want to sell because I'm going to sell 2 days a week. So of the seven, five is going to be connection. Two is going to be, I'm selling you. Right. So maybe Tuesday is a great day, which it used to be. I'm not sure what a great day is for network marketing posts, but hey, I'm going to do a product post on Tuesdays, right? It's going to fit it in my Facebook 5 to take up a 6 day. And then on Saturday morning, I'm going to make a business post, right? Some people are going to say, no, I talk product every day. I post it every day and I'm building a business. Great. I have no problem with that. If it's working for you, it's broke. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Then go. But if you want to create a massive following, then you've got to have connection points. And if all I talk about is curcumin, 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 eventually my message is not as powerful and people turn me off because they want to know, is Ryan just trying to get my money or who is Ryan? What is he doing? What is he about? Where can I create connection points with people? I've got a lot of people that love to smoke meat. Didn't realize that. I thought it was a select group. Nope, there's a lot of people that love to smoke meat. And when I do a barbecue post, my messenger is full. Hey, how did you do that? Or what were you doing there? Or, hey, have you tried this? Right. So I know that I've got a lot of people that connect with me there. I have a lot of people that connect with me on my faith, what I believe, my relationship with the Lord. That is huge for me and it means a lot to me. So not only do I want to post it because it means a lot to me, I connect with a lot of people and I get an opportunity to change people's lives in that way. I have a lot of people that have sports. Our kids play sports, right? Their kids are playing sports. So we connect. Make sense? So you're going to have five things. We'll talk about that more and then sell twice. Now, in your stories, you can sell every day because that stuff disappears in 24 hours. And I'm going to tell you, there's a group of people in the past that said, hey, you don't have much time, so post your 5 or 6 stories and create a thread that leads up to something. That's great, but Facebook likes for you to come back and throw stories in. So if you want to lead into something, maybe do something that catches their eye, something crazy, something funny, whatever. You post that on your stories and then wait an hour and then make another post in your stories. And then maybe wait 3 or 4 hours and do another one. Let those stories never die off because you know you're going to wake up one morning and it's going to be late. You're not going to have time to throw your stories out there and then your stories go dead. You don't want your stories to go dead. You want constantly stuff in there. And if you're doing lots of stories, guess what? You can sell every day. You don't have to. Oh, well, I sold people yesterday. I told them about the benefits and talked about this or talked about that. I can't do it tomorrow. No, they disappear. A lot of people don't see the stories. You'll see. Sometimes I'll have 300 or 400 people see my stories. Like today, I think it's only like 50. Let me look. The last story I posted, 107. But there'll be days I have like 2 or 3 thousand. So I know I've got to rebuild this. I got another one with 70, and then my last one only had 29. All right. Hey, also know this that if you there's some things that you post, Facebook doesn't want you to make money selling, right? So there's going to be times that you sell and it just doesn't get any run. Facebook doesn't like faith-based stuff, so sometimes that won't get runs. Um, and then Facebook sometimes just doesn't like a really heart-to-heart post, right? That you've typed it out and just sharing your heart. Sometimes it doesn't like it. Tell you what, it does like lives, loves lives, and it loves reels. I built most of my followers off of reels, and we'll talk about reels another day. That's a 30-minute conversation. But this is what we're going to do to rebuild. Going to check it out. We're going to go through this. Okay. Yeah, I like this. I don't like this. I'm going to clean it up. What's my friends list look like? Oh, these friends, I'm no unfriend. I'm going to go find new friends. I'm going to be specific in what we're looking for. Teachers, coaches, stay-at-home moms, stay-at-home dads, non-for-profit organization leaders, right? Or workers. We're going to be looking for other network marketers. And then I'll throw this in there. If you're looking for influencers, if you can build a relationship with influencers, great. Vitify has a really good comp plan on just finding customers. So if you want to look for influencers, build that relationship and throw it out there. Say, hey, I know you're an influencer. I know you get this. I'm telling you, we can get you a really good income. You go and have 100 people order every month. I see that you have that on other things. This product works great. Send them the stuff, and I'll be happy to talk to them. I've done this in the past. Now, influencers come and go. Okay, they'll come, it'll be hot, they'll make their money, and then they'll run, and then they'll go on to the next thing. That's fine. You enjoyed that volume and that relationship, and they'll come back to you and say, "Hey, what else do you got? You have another avenue to make money?" Well, yeah, you didn't even know that there is this, this, and this a part of our comp plan. You could have made a lot more money if you'd done this and that. Okay, so you can do that. So you can also look for influencers. Timing on post matters. So figure out what time your market is open and people are watching. And then making sure you use your stories and then kind of mixing it up. Don't just sell, sell, sell. And also don't, I've had people go, I didn't even know you were in network marketing. That one hurt too. Okay. Like, okay, so I am not putting it out there enough. I thought you left my network marketing years ago. You're still doing it? Yeah, I've been building a business forever. Where are you with? I didn't know you had this product. Dude, I've been talking about this product. I guess just not enough, right? It shows me that Facebook and Twitter and all those, we're not putting it out enough, right? So that's the basics. That's the ground floor. It's a lot. All right. We'll come back and talk about Facebook 5 next week or the 7, right? And how we really want to do that. And I'll give a little bit more time to really, hey, let's work through this. It'll kind of be a workbook class, kind of like a class of it. But that's the basics. You need to go through and really look at your stuff, right? And make sure that you're right and make sure that you're going somewhere. And then understand, please understand, AI is just looking for content. So, what did I say at the very beginning? What's the most important thing? Consistency. You better consistently show up because if you're hit or miss, not just AI, but the people that follow you are like, he was funny or he did this and then he disappeared. Like they're looking for, I'm telling you, people spend 10 hours on social media, 12 hours a day. They're constantly consuming it. People are looking for consistency. They want to consume your content. Yeah, go ahead.
When you talk about the AI, are you talking about is that the AI from Facebook looking for our
Yeah,
or
yeah.
content?
Yeah, so I'm talking about Facebook is using AI completely. YouTube is looking for it. Instagram is tied with Facebook. It's using it. So these places are looking for content to bring to their side. So YouTube has its AI running its stuff now, and it will grab stuff off Facebook or Instagram or Twitter and bring it and post it. And when someone does a search on YouTube, hey, I'm looking for the best pizza places, or so Smoke was a grill, best grills in Tulsa. Well, I've created video on Facebook, not on YouTube, but AI searches all of the platforms and then will pull it. So it's the same thing, like maybe content that was put on YouTube, Facebook constantly, or TikTok. I haven't talked much about TikTok. I'm still going back through that and learning it, but they constantly pull stuff from TikTok. That's not people posting that stuff. A lot of those things on Facebook, those accounts are bots. They're fake. But they're pulling that content off of TikTok, off of it, and going. And then they search, of course, the platform there and what's hot, what's really going, what's there. And it's going and grabbing it and putting it on. So I'm perfectly fine with putting out content that could lead to two things. One, it just goes viral because a bot grabbed it and then everything. So right now, I'm sometimes I'm like a dog chasing a squirrel. I get off. So live with me here. Right now, there's a little girl that's doing a dance. There's an AI dance, and I don't know how they did it, but it's created with AI, and they're making babies dance, and it's a weird dance, and they're doing these things with their hands and shaking their legs. Like that was made once, and now it's been pulled off of TikTok, and it's everywhere on my feed, like everywhere, because I watched one of those videos, but AI pulled it from there. Now I'm seeing it on Facebook. It wasn't a post from Facebook. It's still got the TikTok logo, right? So it's being pulled. And so any content that you create, creating content's good. The more content you create, the better chance you have to hit. So one, just hey, maybe I have one that goes off and I make three $300 or $400 off a post that goes viral. People just go nuts on it, right? Number two, maybe it likes one of the posts that I created talking about inflammation or joint pain or whatever, and one of my Nanofy, Curcumin Plus, Vitafy, one of those posts go viral. Now it's leading to sales, right? So every platform is using its own AI. And please believe me, it's not just our social media platforms, it's all of them. I mean, any big company, CBS, ABC, all these places are now using AI and they're grabbing content and then putting it on their social media platforms to draw you back to what they're doing. Does that make sense?
But does it have to do with hashtags then, or?
A hashtag only helps the AI find it.
Hmm.
Okay. So the hashtag directs it as it goes through. I don't know exactly how AI works. I have no clue how it finds things so fast. But as it's going through with a hashtag or maybe a great title, I'm not great at titling things. My wife is, but maybe you threw out a great title that led people, the wonders of Tulsa. I'm using Tulsa because that's where we went over the weekend to kind of get away. Maybe you were like hidden gems in Tulsa, and that title AI grabbed and was like, oh, Tulsa hidden gems, and it checks it, and then it feeds it through. So I watch a lot of Gary Vanderschuck. I don't know how you say his name. Gary V. I don't know if you know who that is, but he makes a lot of money, and he started with selling stuff on eBay, but he does a lot of money on social media, and he's talking about the next wave, the next wave of how to use social media and how to create content. And he is so big right now on just create content and put it out there consistently, because the way AI can go through so much information and get it out to the masses. It's just a bot doing it now. It's not me or you going, "Oh man, that video was really good. I'm going to pull it off, make it my own and repost it." There's so many bots out there and so many fake accounts and so many things that are just running things to different areas that he's like, "Hey, we have got to create the content because these AI bots can just go through so much." So hashtags are great. Create that content, maybe a great title. Or if you create something on Facebook and it gets a lot of likes and it goes, all the other platforms are like, we're still in that, we're taking it and we're going, right? And not necessarily is something on TikTok going to be great on Facebook or something on Facebook going to be great on TikTok. But if you have those two accounts, post them on both. See what you can get, because TikTok is a great place to sell. There's lots of thousandaires and 10,000aires and 100,000aires now selling products on TikTok because of TikTok Shop. And everyone believes it's a pretty safe place to buy product. I mean, in the United States, more people, or it competed with Amazon, and it shouldn't. Amazon is a monster, and TikTok Shop competed with Amazon, got right up there, didn't pass it, but it got up there with them. So that's a great place to sell. If you know nothing about TikTok, I don't know a lot about it either. Kylie's got posts that had 4, 5, 6 million views, and she liked it, but she hasn't used it a lot lately. But I know it's a great place where I've got other people that I've watched them, and they're like, we solely sell on TikTok, right? So might be something worth going. I'm going to do some trainings on it, and then once I get a pretty good idea of, hey, I could teach this, I'm going to bring that also. But I'm a novice with TikTok, so I can't go, hey, do this, this, and this, because I'm just not there yet. Any other questions? I gave you a lot. We've been here about 45 minutes. I just want it to be valuable. Take the time to look at your Facebook account, your Instagram account, and all those. Understand that each platform is different. They all want different things. But the number one thing that they all want that's the same everywhere, they don't want you to leave their platform. So put out stuff that creates a connection with people and draws people there. And if you're creating content consistently, the platform will love you. It might take a little while, but the platform will love you. You'll grow a lot faster than I did 9 years ago. Yeah, 9 years ago. Okay. It's not going to be the work if you'll put in a little bit of time and go, right? And I'll give you my last tip and then we're done. If you're someone who's like, ooh, this sounds overwhelming, take a day and create content. If your account is just a normal account on Facebook and you're like, oh, I just can't do this. Mine's a business account. My account is, and I understand people will say, well, you don't get as much run. Ah, you do if you're consistent. There's other business accounts out there that are crushing it. I use it because I can make posts and schedule them and they will go out at different times. Okay. So mine's a business account and that's what I do. So, uh, okay. But that's what I got. I hope it helps. I hope you guys got something out of it. I will post this in World Changers, and I will post this on the YouTube page, World Changers 247. And hopefully this gets us started, and then we'll go in deeper to all this stuff. And if you have a team and you're like, hey, I would love for my team, just call me and say, hey, what time, or message me and say, what time could we teach this? Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I solely devoted to Vitify. I'm not working at all. Um, but Tuesday nights, not good. 4 to 10 p.m. I just can't. I've made too many commitments to my kids and ball and everything. So Tuesday night's going to be a big night for us because I'm trying to condense some things down. But I am open on other nights, so hit me up. And then yeah, for those of you that are watching this, if you got comments, drop them below and I'll get to them the best I can, or message me and ask. And we'll just take little aspects of social media going forward and go, okay, next week we're going to go Facebook 5. What do I share? How do we do it? What is it? Like how can I create that much content? Because we're talking, right? 7 times 3, 21 pieces of content every single week. How can we do that? We'll talk about that and we'll go through that. Okay. I appreciate all of you. Yep, you're welcome. I appreciate all of you. I love that you're still here. I love that you're still growing a business. And listen, some of these trainings, I found that if I invite people from my prospects, I'm like, hey, this is what we do, right? Hey, I know you're not with us, but why don't you just come watch? Maybe you can learn something. This is a great way to use this as a recruiting tool as well. Just hey, come check it out, right? And see what they go. And maybe they run with us. All right, guys. We'll see you.